Welcome to a Moose Minute Project. That is right, it's Wednesday morning, middle of the week. Off tomorrow and Friday to help family move some things around. So, I'll be probably trying to do my Moose Minute Project. I'll be able to do it tomorrow. Friday may be a little tough, but tomorrow for sure. But today, nothing is ever free. Have you heard that before? My mom used to say it a lot. And she was right. Nothing is ever free. You know, whether you get the promos, at the casino, or you get the promo of buy 3 phones, get 1 free, or buy 5 lines, get 1 free. They are not free. Okay? Or charge this much and you get free interest through here. They play those games because they know the odds. They know that you're either going to come and claim the prize or you're not going to be able to pay it by the end of the time of charging the stuff, so they are going to get their money back. So really, it's not free. Which brings me to, and this is not a right or left, okay? This is not right or left. A $700 million plane will not be free. To make it the next Air Force One, it will not be free. I don't care how we get it. They can hand us the keys. It will not be free. A, because of the cargo that we are hauling, and it's very important. B, for the security of our nation. There's a reason you have 2 Air Force Ones, and yes, I get it, they're a little old. They've been in place for 40 years. But we have the top-notch people repairing them and taking care of them, correct? So I'm okay. And yes, it's being upheld. It's taken longer than normal to get the replacements. But a $700 million plane is not going to come free. To do the upgrades and everything else, I think the last time I looked, which was yesterday when I looked at it, it was going to cost $1 billion, roughly, to make it worthy and security and all of that for the president. Even if it costs $500 million to upgrade and to make sure and I believe it's very important. However, I look at who we're getting it from. Just that alone tells me you walk away. And when the reporter asked about it the other day, he'd be like, I'd be stupid to turn that gift down. Not necessarily. There are some things that this country is okay, and we're on track to spend way more than we did last year anyway, with the new commander-in-chief. So why? And don't we have politicians that got in trouble for taking bribes and taking money and gifts? Isn't that something we discourage and we have rules in place for? Or is it because of who it is that everybody's okay with it? I think that is the problem. And if you are right, I don't care, guys. I don't care if you're right or left. Sit at a table and just use common sense and look at the scenarios that we have going on. We are cutting fluoride out of kids' products. We have the health secretary swimming in a river with his grandkids that are has high bacteria in it and is polluted, and they think that's okay, and they took videos of it, whatever. Okay? We are gutting the education system. And yes, did it need some work? Of course it does. But to gut everything. And then I just saw a post now on French Island, which is in La Crosse area. They do a lot of research on water quality and all of that. They are shutting that facility down. And I'm going to look more into that. And it's interesting to see where public health is making the turn. The spam call anyway. So, we have to really look at things. There's so many people ingrained in, oh, whatever he says, whatever happens, go, 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 and fight, fight, fight for it. And if you disagree with any of it, how dare you? You basically get treated like you're a communist and that you're an idiot for not following his ways. It's crazy, guys. Take the time to really look this over and to think about it. I don't get it. I don't get where we became all of a sudden following the Pied Piper. You know, there's the Jonestown man. Everybody's like, well, how did everybody get talked into drinking that Kool-Aid? And then, or Haley's Common People, or, you know, you look in Texas and following that, and you go, how do these people become ingrained to do that? Take a look around. Take a look around and see how people are so ingrained to follow and then to divide. That's what it's all about. It's dividing the numbers. And it's to uneducate people. It is to take away the health and things like that. You can't fluoride and things, and I get the dyes and stuff. I understand that. I understand some of why we're getting rid of those kind of things and those products. But when it comes to taking care of our youth and the fluoride, and everybody's like having arguments about whether fluoride is good or fluoride is bad, we just have to sit down and talk. And I made a couple of posts yesterday on some of the government's senators and stuff posts because they are just absolutely asinine. When are they going to stand up and really start talking, working both sides of the aisle? They're growing ass people. They're over 40. They need to be growing ass people and talk. I mean, you look at Marjorie Taylor Greene, you look at, you know, any of them, when they talk and they try to prove points, if you have any such argument, Caroline Leavitt's the same way as the press secretary. If you disagree with it, you are automatically treated as an idiot, an imbecile, fake news, whatever it may be. Where is the compassion? Where is the really wanting to learn? I learned a lot from people that I did not necessarily agree with. I have also walked away from a lot of people that I don't necessarily agree with because it doesn't make sense. They are not thinking clearly at what needs to be thought about. They just aren't. The common sense has gone out the window. The compassion has gone out the window. Wanting to make sure that the friend next to us doesn't fall behind. The military motto of the military, I shouldn't say motto, the whole force of no one's left behind. You go back and get them, bring them forward, if that's what you have to do. That doesn't happen anymore. It's not happening anymore. If you don't believe what they are, they really don't care where you end up. It's proven every time you see people with laughing emojis or calling people stupid or Democrats or libtards or whatever it may be. Enough with the name calling. People that have mentally shot right now because of all the negative things that are going on. And when does that change? When do we have leaders of this country actually become leaders? Oh, I think they would have to be more related, and they have to relate to how we are. I think a lot of these folks now that are in government have forgot where they came from because they're millionaires, billionaires, and they don't have to worry about it. It's kind of like the South Africans that came in. There was a story on that and people were pissed off because they said white South Africans. Well, because they had to say that, or else if they'd have said South Africans, a lot of people don't know that there are white South Africans. So, and that's an honest to God fact, that when people hear South Africa, they naturally assume they're talking about a different color than white. But they brought them here because, they're getting killed. And then there's people that are replying to that article that said, that's not even close to accurate. So we are sending mixed messages and lies all over. And then I saw now one where saluting people. I was told, how sacred the salute is and all of that, and you don't salute. I wouldn't, because I've not been in the military. And yes, I know as a president, he's considered there, but he's never served. He draft dodged. He's never served. And yes, he's president. I'm sorry. Just because you're voted in president, I have a tough time being okay with you having all rights to salute any. I don't know. You don't have the same. You don't have the same standards as those that are truly serving. And then we put a bunch of people in that are either Fox News hosts or that have no experience in what they're doing. And don't get me wrong, I think that sometimes in government, I won't ever be president due to the fact that I don't have enough money or supporters to do that. I mean, even the discussion of running for the House of Representatives or anything just locally in state, there's not enough money to back it. There's not enough money to get there. You would have to be endorsed and you'd have to have a lot of money to do it. And I don't think that's how politics should work. The whole money is the problem. So again, there's nothing that comes for free. There is always going to be a cost to something. The only thing that sometimes, like this, for example, listening to me ramble about it comes for free. And it's probably a good thing because I don't know if it's worth a whole lot. But it's able for me to clear my head and talk about things that just make you go, So that's where we're at today. Yep. And be careful when you hear, hey, don't worry about it. It's free. Look closely at the fine print because I'm afraid you might find just how expensive it really is. Have a great day, guys, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Moose Minute Project. And as always, take time to bless somebody and have a great day.